Good morning and welcome to vlog number 11. By the way, I am dressed, I just wear my robe a lot because it's freezing. Especially when you get in from the school run, you just want to put your robe back on. So it's actually been a few weeks since I've vlogged. The last video I uploaded that wasn't a tutorial was me judging at Cake International. And then I think I should have vlogged the week after that, which was last week, but I didn't. So I thought I'd better start one this week, otherwise we're going to go another week without a vlog. So you didn't miss much. I only had 2 cakes last week, both birthdays, so it should have been an easy week, what I call an easy week, where they're just birthdays, you haven't got the stress of a wedding cake, you haven't got the stress of delivering it. But I still somehow managed to work at the weekend. Like, they still took a lot of time to make. So first up was a labyrinth cake. I have already made this exact design before. This one just had a hidden fiery head around the back, but it's got the usual Ludo on the top, Hoggle, Pseudidymus and Ambrosius, and of course it's not a labyrinth cake without a tiny blue worm. I always think it's funny when I get orders for labyrinth cakes because Sarah and Toby are actually kind of the main characters. It's the entire reason why the film is what it is, because obviously Toby gets taken away by the Goblin King, so really he's the kind of main character. He's the whole reason she's in the labyrinth, but nobody ever asks for Toby on the cake. Or Sarah. It's always Ludo and Hoggle. So I finished that one, and then the other cake was a Little Mermaid cake. It was all lustery and shimmery on the actual cake, and then the glitter only went on the board because glitter was requested. And as we know, shiny glitter is not edible, but the edible glitter isn't shiny. So we compromised by putting that on the board. And we have Sebastian and Flounder as well. So they were the only 2 cakes I had last week. I've got another 2 this week, but this time they're both wedding cakes and they both need delivering. One is a cake based on the groom's love of cars and their pet dogs, and that's a 3-tier. And the second wedding cake is a mixture of 3 different themes. So we've got Fallout for the bottom tier, Portal for the middle tier, and Bob's Burgers for the top tier. So I've designed that, and there's a bit of carving involved. I baked them all yesterday, that's why I didn't start the vlog yesterday. Baking Tuesday, I baked all day. And then I had someone round to try and quote for the bathroom. This is an incredibly long story, so I will cut it as short as I can. But basically, we didn't plan on having the bathroom done for another couple of years yet. When we moved in, the previous owners did a bit of a budget job on it. The towels don't quite match up. The toilet is randomly placed on top of a wooden plinth. The bath is absolutely massive. And when you fill the bath with water, it drops away from the sealant. So the sealant's on the towels and the bath has dropped. So basically, we knew it always needed doing. We just didn't want to quite do it yet. But the reason we're having to have it done is because the bath has started leaking. So if anybody has a bath or a shower, the water starts dripping through the spotlights in the kitchen. And because the leak isn't an easy fix, i.e. it's not on the piping just under the bath, it's actually somewhere in the floorboards where it's leaking from, our hand has kind of been forced to having it done now. I will go and show you the bathroom. You'll understand what I mean about the layout. So this is the bathroom. We've completely emptied it of all decorations and bits and bobs, and I took the bath panel off. It's not the biggest bathroom in the world, but we are really struggling with the layout because A, there's a massive window right there, so we can't have a shower anywhere near there. We have acquired a giant car park out the back now instead of trees, so we can't have a shower anywhere near that window. We also have this, which is the roof. We have that to contend with as well. And also the toilet waste pipe is actually somewhere round about here under the bath. So the toilet really can only go from here to here. Any further down there, you're going to whack your head. Toilet being moved over there, you've got to go all the way around for your waste pipe. So toilet has to go somewhere here or here. The bath is massive. It's a bigger than average bath. I am only 5'1" and could probably drown in that 10 times over. And then of course the sink. So the last owners had it. They had a 4-piece bathroom. So they had a shower here, toilet next to it, sink just underneath there, and then a corner bath under the window. So there wasn't much room to walk, and that's what we're thinking of putting back in. The only problem is if you have a shower here and your toilet there, where's your toilet roll holder going to go? First world problems, whinging about a toilet roll holder. And Adam doesn't want this layout as it is because he doesn't like shower curtains. But because the bath isn't up against a wall, on here, where you'd usually have like a glass screen attached to the wall. So the glass screen could be attached to this wall, but it'd only come across. There's nothing to go down there to stop all the water coming out. And he doesn't like shower curtains. So this is the problem we are currently having. It's driving me mad because I didn't even want to do the bathroom yet anyway, so it's going to cost us a fortune and we can't really have the layout that we want. So yeah, the bath is leaking, if you wanted to know what an underside of a bath looks like. There is the waste pipe. Pipes have been leaking, you can see all under the floor's got wet. But down there somewhere, down that hall, there's more pipe work that's leaking through to the kitchen. Toilet is mega random on a piece of wood. You have to excuse the mess, this was me just ripping bits out, ripping bits of the bath to pieces. Yeah, it really is a bodge job. You can't really tell until you start looking closer at, oh look at the giant gap. The really naff silicone and none of the towels match together. Yeah, that's just me having a Wednesday morning rant. I don't want to spend money on a bathroom. I want to go on holiday. Now this is either really impressive or really sad. But here is my little to scale drawing of the bathroom. This is the door to get in, and the window and the roof. And then these are all shower, toilet and sink units, different shapes of bath. So we've been playing around. So the original idea was to have the bath under the window, which it will fit, but can't have a shower over the bath because of the window. So then you have a separate shower when you walk in, and then you have a toilet and sink unit there. So it fits, but there's the toilet, and there's absolutely nowhere around it to put a toilet roll holder, and I am not putting it over there. I have little T-Rex arms and I'm not going to be able to reach. So the only other option is to kind of build a little tiny wall there, so you can put the toilet roll holder on it, and then above that little wall is glass for the shower and then a door. But then you're looking at custom glass and it's going to cost even more. I actually made one of these for the living room as well when I was trying to work out what storage and where the TV was going to go and where the couch was going to go. Yes, I'm incredibly sad. I have just had a parcel dropped off. It says the sender is Joe Harrington, Majestic Joe's Cakes. It's one of them where I can't remember what I ordered. What did I order? So I thought I'd just open it on camera and see what we've got. Could be some random airbrush colour. Oh, I didn't order anything. It's got a little note wrapped around it. If you remember, I don't know if it was the last video or a couple of videos ago because I haven't vlogged for that long, I gave a shout out to a couple whose anniversary it was. And it's actually from her. She said she sent something as a thank you. She's actually made it. I know you like skulls, so hopefully you will like it. I have no idea what this is. It's wrapped in paper, I think. Oh my god, what has she made this out of? No way, this looks amazing. I thought it was cross stitch at first. Let me show it you so you know what I'm on about. Check that out. It's on a grid, like, because I used to do cross stitch and it looks like cross stitch, but it's not. They're all individually coloured tiny little beads. See if I can get a close up for you. Can you see that? Oh my god, well, I knew how long cross stitch took. Cross stitch takes forever. So hand applying all these. That is absolutely insane. I have never seen one of these before. Oh, thank you so much. I have no idea how long this has taken you. People say you have to have patience for cake decorating, but there is some patience in this. That skull with roses. It's got a bow on her head. How cool is that? No idea how I'm going to frame this, but I will give it a try. So this is as far as I've got up to. I just worked on this one all day yesterday. We've got 2 cars in a garage, bit of a garden round the back. They wanted their doggies on there, so they've got 3 adult ones. One's eating cake, one's in the water, one's got a ball, and then they also got a puppy as well, which is sat up there. The bride and groom are currently bald and waiting for hair and eyes, and I'm going to finish that this morning. Right, I feel I need to explain a lot of this video. I ran out of buttercream. When making more, I got absolutely covered in icing sugar. It was in my eyelashes, all over my face, in my eyebrows, down my top. But I finally finished it. It was Bob's Burgers on the top, companion cube from Portal in the middle with their 2 pet cats, and then Fallout on the bottom, which had lots of gears and pipework and grunge on it. And for once, I was finished before midnight. Well, by the time I'd taken the pictures, edited them and sent them to the couple, it was 12:30. But that's early compared to some of them that I was doing. Now, these 2 deliveries were far apart. I had one to Blackpool, that was roughly an hour away, but then my other delivery was 3 hours away. If you've been watching my vlogs for a while, you'll know that I have delivered 3 in one day in the past, or 4 over the weekend. And it's usually doable. Sometimes I can do one of the deliveries the evening before. I know if I've got a really long delivery on one day and I can't be in 2 places at once, I will deliver one wedding cake the night before, so it's already set there at the venue, ready to go. Even if it's just in an office, it's usually kept with a lot of the other wedding stuff, and then they just display it when they're ready for it. But I rang the venue for the car and dog's cake. They said they wouldn't take delivery of it until the day. Which is fair enough, but it doesn't help me at all when I've got to be in 2 places at once that are actually 4 hours apart. So we decided to get up early. We got up at 7 o'clock and set off at 7:30. We would be there for 8:30. We were just trying our luck to see if there was any sort of cleaner in there or any staff hanging around that we could possibly drop that off, because we really needed to set off back home to collect the other one to go on the 3-hour journey. But we got there and the gates were locked. So we thought, fair enough, it is 8:30, we are a little bit early. We'll sit and wait. And then more cars started to pile up behind us. And more people were getting to the gate and then reversing, realising we were all waiting to get in. More time ticked by, people were getting out of cars. One lady was attempting to ring the venue. We were really pushing these 2 deliveries as it was. We could really do without being locked out of the venue. Then finally another lady came to the car and she said the only person with the key had broken down in her car. And she had to go collect her to let us all in. So we all finally get in. I rushed in, set the cake up and left. I came home, collected the next cake and started our 3 and a bit hour journey. Now the guests were arriving at the next venue at 1 o'clock. By the time we'd reached home and collected our second cake, it was about 10:15. I will let you do the maths, but let's just say we weren't getting to the Cotswolds before the guests. We have never been this late for a delivery ever. We usually deliver to the venues between 10 and 11 in the morning, but with the first delivery not even being able to drop that off the night before and we was late getting in, it set this delivery back as well. So we are driving, and by some miracle, Google Maps kept telling us it had found a faster route. So it would say, traffic is improving. We have found a route that is 20 minutes faster. And then about 10 minutes after that, it's a faster route, cutting 15 minutes off your travel time. I have no idea what was going on. I've never had that much luck, ever. We made it to the venue at 1:05. There were guests pulling up on the car park. So we carried the cake in, we walked past all the guests into the place, and luckily there was literally about 4 people in the room as we were setting up. And just as we were setting up and I was tweaking it and turning it, the rest of the guests started piling in behind me, so I left. So we got there before the bride and groom, we weren't that late, guests still got to see it as they arrived, but that is the closest we have ever been to not being there on time. Adam was a complete nervous wreck, he hated every second of it. So we were out from 7:30 this morning, we did the first delivery, the second delivery, we treated ourselves to a McDonald's, and then finally got home at 6 o'clock tonight. Then I have had some tea. I've had to edit some of this vlog because I had to look back and see what sort of jumbled video montages I had that obviously needed explaining. But my God, never again do I want a day like today. I've been doing this 11, 12 years as a job, and venues are usually really, really accommodating. But that first one really threw a spanner in the works. That's it. That is my Saturday. I'm knackered. I am going to bed. And I have a one-day weekend to enjoy tomorrow. And I'm going to collect the Christmas tree. So I will see you in the morning. Put myself in the eye with it. It just flopped open. It's up. Yes, I do realise it's only November. When you buy a new tree, you need to make sure it's all in the box. We need to make sure all the lights fit and all the decorations, and how many more decorations I still need to get. So our last tree was a black one, and we decided to go for grey and white because it goes for the whole living room. And we were kind of going for a cosy woodland animal. So cosy because some of them are very furry. And then we've got woodland animals So we've got a furry little owl. We've got some fuzzy little squirrels. We also have little polar bears with scarves on. I had to get these, it just reminds me of Adam in his little scarf. We have some little reindeers hiding in baubles. And some penguins as well. There's still quite a few gaps to fill, but we didn't do too bad. I thought we'd have like loads and loads of gaps to fill, but we've only got a few more to buy. But we can't decide on a topper. I'm thinking because we've got all these woodland animals on it, it might look good with an owl on the top. So I'll have to keep my eye out on one of those. Most of these decorations were from Newbank, the garden centre. Like all these glittery baubles. We've got some furry glittery baubles as well. Most of the animals were from the range. So all the white fuzzy animals were from the range. These were from Newbank. Lots of filler pine cones. These were from Home Bargains. And we got these from Pine Stretcher. These came, the white and grey ones came in a pack of 6. And we got some baubles with glitter in. These ones, we got these from B&M. The dearest decoration was the owls. These were £2.50 each from the range. And the cheapest were probably all these pine cones because these came in a tub for £1 something from Home Bargains. So it's a good mixture, we just need to fill in the gaps. And then I also put our shelf up as well. This has been the same for the past couple of years, but we might get some greenery to put around it. I haven't decorated the whole window, not all our Christmas stuff is up. Just the tree and the shelf so far. Oh yeah, and the tree skirt, we bought that last year from Home Bargains, but I'm pretty sure they have them in this year as well. So yeah, I'm a happy bunny because the Christmas stuff is up. The other Christmas stuff probably won't make it up for another couple of weeks because I'm really busy. But I'm sure I will vlog the rest of it. So I'm going to sign it off because I am going to bed. I can't give you a heads up on tomorrow's tutorial because I haven't edited yet. I will do that tomorrow. And I will see you in the next vlog. Bye guys.